finish those lists, I'll leave them up another time. Can you turn to the paper that I've given you and to the front of your book? So we are going to just recap. Do you know how to increase 150 by 14% in the most efficient manner possible, if possible, please?
You have to first find out what 14 is.
Okay. So could you just tell me what to write down rather than explaining it? Because we've explained it before. Could you just tell me what to write down? How would I do it? Okay. You don't have to write this down yet, guys. I'll just do it myself. .14 times that by what?
150.
Times that by 150, and we get the answer. You're doing this, by the way. You can do it as well, couldn't you? 21. And then what do I do? So 150 plus 21, and I get the answer 171. Can anyone do it in a quicker, more efficient method?
It's on this calculator, but I do.
I don't want a percentage pressed on your calculator. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I don't want the percentage button on your calculator to be used. Can you still do it?
Well, I do 150 times 0.14 equals 21.
Yeah, that's what we've got here. Can anyone do it in a slightly different way? More efficient? Just Kaylin? Everyone forgotten it already? We go with Geo because I know you guys have got 1.14 times 150, and if you do that, you get 171. Can we all just confirm that on our calculators, please? Yeah? Okay, can I just ask then? Doing 0.14 times 150, what does it do? What does it find?
It's 1.14.
I didn't ask that. 0.14 finds what? No, it doesn't. 0.14 finds 14%. 1.14 finds 114%, which is the increase. Okay. Everyone got that? Austin, are you with us? A lot of you are zoning out this morning. Right. What about decreasing? Riley, can you do it in the most efficient manner? But your method, what are you going to do? I can't hear you, sorry. So that would be what? 0.27, yeah. Times 150, and we get the answer 40.5, okay, and then we do minus 40.5, and we get the answer. What do we get, sorry? 105.5. Can you check? 109.5. Now, this is a challenge, but can anyone do that in a quicker way, like a one-step way? Myra? Okay. What were you going to say? Yeah. It's not, no. It's not that either, no? Kaylin, go on then.
1 week increase it would be 1 point something percent.
Yeah, we're going to do 100% plus 14%, which is 114%, but when we decrease, we are doing 100% minus 27%, which equals 73%. So 0.73 times 150 equals 109.5. We'll check. Okay? So we did increase and decrease. Have you all written that down? Go on, write it down. Got it. So I will just give you a heads up. So we need to work out how much change has happened. All right, if we're given two values, an old value and a new value. Now there are two ways. The one way in the book, it gives us a formula to use. Okay? So to work out the percentage increase, we can do the new amount minus the original amount. What does that work out, by the way? Just the new amount minus the original amount. Yeah, what's the difference? Now, the difference between two numbers, would that not just suggest what change has happened anyway? Yeah? So then, dividing by the original amount and multiplying by 100% just works out as a percentage, right? So we're going to work on this. Now, a couple of you might be able to use what we were just talking about instead. A couple of you might be able to do that. So I'll just give you that heads up. There is another way of doing it if you're good at manipulating numbers and things and the approach. So a couple of you might want to look at that. Otherwise, let's just have a look at using this formula with this question. All right. Because we've got a formula, when we read the question, we need to extract the information out of it, don't we? So what information do I need from that question? Austin? But what do I need? What there? Not the numbers, what, like... So maybe my question is really bad. I need to pick out, without knowing what the numbers are, I need to use the formula, I need to pick out certain things. What do I need to figure out? Harry? What the original amount was. Yeah, so if I highlight that, now if I go into the question, can I figure out where the original amount was? Which one is it? So the 1 billion, I can say that is my original amount. So it's important that I do read the question and identify. So do you want to make that note on yours as well? Whether you underline, whether you've got your highlighter, whether you write it, can we all do that? And what's the other thing I need? The new amount. Where's the new amount? Having 900 million is the new amount. Okay. So I'm going to write that down now. So the original equals, how do I write 1 billion? Mark? No, in the number now. 1. Is that billion, guys?
No, that's a billion.
One times 10 to the power of 9 for those of you that are. He's thrown that in. What's the new amount? 900 million. How do we write that? Fire again. Zero. Yeah? Or 9 times 10 to the power of 8. You're good with that. Okay, we've got the two pieces of information we need. What do we do now? We have to put it into the formula. Yes. Say it again, sorry. Original and new. I've got to put. Okay, can you guys put that into the formula now? They're using it, so obviously the new amount is first. So we've got 900 million minus 1 billion, all divided by the original amount is billion again. Now, guys, my tip, the one thing to avoid is to avoid skipping this bit, writing the numbers down out of the text. I always do that. I read through, I take them and I rewrite them. It means that when I'm checking my work, I can just check that I've written those numbers down nice and clearly without mistake. Alright, and then I've got to do times by 100, do that bit up. Now, can you do that for me? You're going to have to do that, maybe you have to do that on your calculators. Now, the reason why the numbers are big is because this is a question that's in a real world context. So we're dealing with people, so the numbers are going to be big. We're going to have to learn to deal with that. So go for it. Can you try and work that out for me? Done it already? By the way, I don't want you to get too confused. These numbers here, Halen suggested another way of writing those numbers. So we don't have to have them involved. So if you've written them in your notes, don't get confused that you have to have them. We don't. Halen can work with those if he understands the standard form at the moment. We have looked at it, but you don't need to worry about it at this stage. I would expect my M4s to work in standard form like that, but at the moment we're doing percentage shift. Have you got an answer? Yeah. No answers yet?